The Florida Times-Union from a spokesman for the Fraternal Order of Police over an editorial page cartoon. He calls it offensive and says it could put local police officers in danger.
Now, this is the cartoon. It was in the paper last Wednesday, and as you can see in one panel, it compares the arrest of Dylann Roof, the accused killer of 9 black Charleston church members, with the shooting of a young black man who was pulled over for a minor traffic violation. It's important to note that when Roof was apprehended, police bought fast food for him. Now, they say that's a standard procedure to get a suspect to open up and talk to detectives. Well, Tarek spoke with both the FOP and the TU and is joining us with what they are saying. Tarek.
Mary, the editor for the Times-Union newspaper says editorial cartoons like these are meant to be extreme. He says they are designed to spark conversation about issues that some might consider to be emotional. But a Fraternal Order of Police spokesman says local police officers are furious over what the cartoon implies and the dangers it could present for police. It's a comic drawn by nationally renowned cartoonist Milt Prigge, comparing how police treated Dylann Roof after his arrest to that of a black man driving without a license plate. The relationship between young black men and police has been filled with violent and deadly confrontations and caused rising discontent along racial lines since Ferguson, Missouri. And according to police, comics like this put local police officers' lives at risk.
Oh, they're outraged and embarrassed. They're outraged because they felt, that they shouldn't be categorized or stereotyped that way, obviously. And they know how hard they're working these communities to do this and fix these problems and police these neighborhoods, which is their sworn duty.
FOP spokesman Steve Amos points to the recent unprovoked shootings of police officers in Houston, Georgia, and Louisiana, saying this editorial cartoon paints a broad brush that all white police officers are racist. In an open letter on Facebook, Amos says, at a time where police are being killed just because they wear a uniform, this type of irresponsible journalism puts the dollar before the story.
It actually infuriates me. It offends me. There's no truth at all into the cartoon or the nature of it. And I just don't understand why the Times-Union would put something like that in our local newspaper.
It's a legitimate public discussion as to what people think about this, about the behavior of some people on the street and the behavior of some police officers, certainly not the majority or anywhere close to it.
Times-Union editor Frank Denton says the cartoon does not reflect the views of the newspaper. And he says editorial cartoons are often extreme and are meant to provoke thought about national issues. Denton says the Times-Union has published numerous cartoons in support of local police as well, saying editorial cartoons are not meant to be interpreted literally.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't depict the way the vast majority of police officers react. It was an extreme view. It's the cartoonist view. That's the important thing about editorial cartoons, is that they are the views of the cartoonist. That's why we label it another view. And cartoonists, the way they work is they exaggerate and they use caricature to make their point.
When asked if the Times-Union newspaper planned to apologize to the FOP, Denton says the answer to that question is no, because if that was the case, they'd be apologizing to someone every time they publish an editorial cartoon. Tom?